Hi, it's me again. Welcome to the third episode of Sweden Changed Me. If you missed any of the first two episodes, you can find them in the description box below or by clicking the I on the top right corner. Today, let's talk about shopping. Shopping nowadays, it's super simple and quick. Just click a few buttons and then the package will arrive by your door the next day. I remember not too many years ago while I still live in Taiwan. Back then, I would actually walk on the street and enter store after store because that was shopping. At that time, big chain retail clothing stores weren't that popular either. The available clothing stores were mostly small single-owner shops with names like Lily's Favorite or Sweet Girl. Usually in those stores, there's no fitting room because the customers are not allowed to try on any clothes anyway. And there's definitely no returns or refunds. For online stores, most are also personally founded. Those stores have to follow a law that gives you 7 days return policy to see if the clothing fits you. But in my experience, the store will often make up their own policy and make it really hard for anyone to actually get any refund. If you do manage to go through all the annoying steps, for most shops, they will only refund you with their store's credits. I guess all of this sounds ridiculous to any Western shoppers watching this, but this was how shopping worked while I was growing up in Taiwan. After I come to Sweden, even though most clothing stores are big international chain businesses, I thought it worked the same here. Once I bought a pair of pants from H&M without trying them on in the store, and I realized afterwards that they didn't fit. I told my husband, well, too bad. I guess it's not that easy to find the right size. And then I tossed them in the closet. Whoa, what are you doing? Didn't you say they don't fit? He asked. Yeah? Then we'll just go and return them? Nah, I bought them from a local store, I said. We looked at each other, both confused with each other's reaction. You know you can refund stuff you buy in physical stores, right?
Really?
After this experience, I feel like I've gone to the next level. I started to shop everywhere. Online, offline, within Sweden, outside of Sweden. I even order multiple sizes so I can try them all and find the right one. It feels like paying a deposit to the stores, but you know you will get the money back for the items you don't keep anyway. So, not surprisingly, I went a little shopping crazy. And then one day, I got a bill from DHL. I opened it and it required me to pay a 25% import tax and a handling fee. The amount was ridiculous because it was almost as much as I had paid already for the product. I couldn't believe it, so I started to Google around to see if anyone had an experience like this before. Most of the comments I found were from UK sites, where people said that they just refused to pay the tax and it will go away. Back then, the UK was still part of the EU, so I assumed that it will work the same in Sweden. I chose to ignore the letter and assumed no one would come after me for it. 2 weeks later, I got another letter. Now they were asking me for the original payment of the import tax plus handling fee to DHL, but also fine from tax agency plus handling fee for that fine. I was in shock because I've never encountered a situation like this. I almost never bought things abroad before, so I didn't even think about things like import tax. But after paying off all the fines, I truly learned my lesson. Now I will always read through the terms and conditions before I buy anything. And never, I mean never, buy things that are shipped from abroad if they don't mention the tax rules. But other than the tax, Shopping in Sweden is all about making a customer feel good. Companies do this by putting a lot of trust in customers. More and more stores now in Sweden have self-checkout machines, not only in the supermarkets, but even in the clothing stores. You're even allowed to return groceries, and the clerk won't question it. Shopping is also more of a relaxing activity in Sweden. There will not be an employee following you through the store or force pitching the new products to you. And for any Asian fellows that are watching this, forget about all the struggles of trying to fit in extra large clothings. Come to Sweden. A simple size small or medium will totally do the trick. Thank you for watching. If you want more episodes of the series, make sure to click like on this video. Subscribe to not miss out on the next one. Bye!